Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might find yourself, wherever you find yourself, anywhere in the world. Well, today, myself, Irfan Abrams, and yes, flying the colors of Lace Up for Change. Today, I'm going to help you to make 3 different types of dalchis. Some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using: simple self-rising flour that we're going to be using, and it doesn't matter what brand, just self-rising flour. You don't need to rise it, the flour will rise by itself. Okay, we're also going to use some we got pea flour, not chana flour, pea flour. You know, people up there, they use chana, but we use pea flour over here. And then I'm going to go through some of the ingredients that you're going to need. But before we do that, let me just set my stove up so that you don't salivate too much, so that by the time we finish with the mix, I'm ready to fry some dalchis. And I won't book up before the time, by the way. We'll sort everything out over here. So some of the things I said: self-rising flour, we've got pea flour, and now some of the essentials that goes with the dalchi. Must have a very nice fresh spinach. Okay, some people use lettuce, but that's because you didn't go to the shops early enough. So you try and take a shortcut. You use lettuce because it's green. No, people will find you out. Spinach, lekker spinach you're gonna have. So chopped up finely. I'll show you how you're gonna do that. Then we've got onion, diced onion. I'm gonna show you how to dice the onion up itself. There's nothing special about that. Anybody can do this. So we've got the onion. And now some of the special mixtures that we're going to need in order to make this very special dalchi. Because my mother and my mother-in-law is very close to me, I'm just going to speak a bit softer over here, but you know what? Anything but you cannot go without a mother-in-law spice. Whatever the guy who decided to give this name, whatever he put in here, I don't know, you can use it for the dalchi for no other reason, but mother-in-law spices needed over here. We've got jeera, a nice fresh jeera powder. We've got a koljana and coriander powder that we've also got, that we mixed together all previously, so that stays nice and fresh. I don't do anything without special black pepper. This just everything that you make gives it a special taste. So black pepper, very essential in the dalchi mix. Now, with that, we've also got fresh red chili flakes that we have. And if you can see right next to it, I've got some green chili. The freshness of the green chili just gives a nice tang to the dalchi, because remember, a dalchi must give you a special kick because you fasted for a long day, brother. You need that kick after a long day of fasting before you're going to go to for Tarawih. And that's very important because dalchis gives you energy. If you didn't know that, try it and you'll see. Turmeric gives it the color. We don't want too dark a color for the dalchi. We want it nice and light, but we also don't want a flower color, so it gives it a bit of a color over there. Leaf masala, secret ingredient. I've got a bit of a twist to it. If you'll allow me, I'll keep that a secret, but leaf masala, perfect. You need some of that leaf masala as well. Some coarse salt, very important, a nice coarse salt. Some of you are using Himalayan salt nowadays. There's some medicinal values to it. Use it by all means, absolutely no problem. And then another secret: garlic. Garlic, a fresh chopped garlic, that can do the trick as well. So I'm going to do the standard dalchi first. Okay, so let's get this dalchi mix going. And you know what? Even if you time me, you'll see how quickly this goes. So I'm going to take 3 cups of self-rising flour. Well, let's make it 2 cups of self-rising flour that I'm taking. I told you, just everyday normal self-rising flour. And I'm going to make 2.5 cups of self-rising flour. And the same amount of pea flour I'm going to use for the amount of self-rising flour that I've put in. So I've got 2 cups of pea flour. Remember, not chana flour, pea flour, because pea flour just gives it a different taste as well as a different color. And color and taste is very important, because you know what? A guy's stomach is growling. So if color, you eat with your eyes. So if it doesn't look good, do you think that they're going to take this off the table? No, we want him to be salivating, waiting for the adhan to go when they finish with this dalchi mix over here. So just for those, I've got my onions already, but a simple dicing of the onion, nothing special. You don't have to go to culinary school to go and dice up an onion. Simple cuts of an onion. And then because the onion has different layers, if you cut it across, it will automatically get into those small little blocks that you need. I'm putting that in my mix. Okay, so we've got the onions in, and I want you to take note of the following. Every single ingredient, every single spice goes into the dry mix all at once. There's no pre-mixing, nothing whatsoever. So we're going to put in the onions. We've got the spinach that's going in, and this fresh spinach will always give it the best taste ever. So the spinach is in, and now we're going to get to so we start with the mother-in-law spice. I've got 2 teaspoons of mother-in-law spice, and here I want to just share with you that if you like a kick to your dalchi, if you like it more spicy, by all means put in an extra bit of spice here and there, because nothing is hard and fast. Remember the books I discarded? We don't need those recipe books at all. So I've got my coriander, barishap and barishap I'm putting in as well. And remember the coriander and jeera spice, 3 teaspoons of that as well. So I've got that going. I'm just putting in 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Remember the black pepper I said just gives it that very special taste. I'm going to put in 3 generous helpings of salt, because the salt is what's going to give the dalchi that flavor. You can put in all the spices that you wish, but if the salt is not in there in the right amount, those flavors are not going to come out. So I just put a bit extra in. Leaf masala, very important. So I'm putting in 3 heaped teaspoons of leaf masala, because I want to give it that extra special taste. I'm putting in 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric, right? And I'm putting in 1 teaspoon of red chili flakes. Now, included in the red chili flakes, I think we use the green chili as well. I told you I just love to give the natural effect of it, chopped up nice and finely. You know what, I always laugh when I see some of the cooks and they're telling people, okay, now you got to dissect the chili, take out all the pits. No. Why was the chili there in the first place? We want the pits as well, because we want to give that the special taste. So I've just chopped it up finely, and in goes the green chili as well. And now 1 teaspoon of baking powder. The baking powder makes it nice and fluffy. And remember, it is self-rising flour, so naturally it will rise, but we want to just give it that extra special kick just for today. So all the dry ingredients is in. I'm busy mixing them around. If you want to put in some more spinach, do so, but make sure you give your dry ingredients a special bit of mixing so that everything is mixed around when we put in our last bit. Now, here comes another secret. I've just got a good olive oil that I bought, and I'm going to put in about 50 mils of olive oil. Now, I've asked many people, why put oil in a dry mixture and you're going to mix it up with water as well? Well, I believe, and they say that the oil helps to separate all the dry ingredients. So in Afrikaans sê hulle moet mos nie klonterig wees nie. So that's what it does. So here I am. How simple is that? Okay, what binds all of this? Water. Okay, water. In Cape Town, we call this gold at the moment. So if you are in Johannesburg and Durban, come to visit, bring us some gold from Johannesburg or Durban. But inshallah, your du'as are welcome as well. So we'll take du'as as well. So I've got, now here's the secret. Little bit of water at a time, so that you don't make your mixture too runny. That is the secret of a dalchi. The secret to those who do make dalchis that look a bit out of shape is the consistency of the mixture. If it's too runny, you're never going to get a round ball like a dalchi. If it's too stiff, then if you play golf, you can use it as a golf ball as well. And I think some birdies will come from there if it doesn't land up in your stomach before the time. And how simple is this? Little bit of water at a time, dry mixture in, all the ingredients in, and all I did was I made sure that I had, and I mixed it thoroughly. My mixture was all ready. We're just a few minutes into making our dalchi mix, and now I've got to get my oil temperature spot on. So I've got my little stove on a medium heat. Preheat your oil so that it doesn't necessarily waste any time. What I want you to do is test the oil. It mustn't be too hot, neither must it be too cold. If your oil is too cold, it absorbs all the oil and you get a soggy dalchi. You don't want a soggy dalchi after a long day of fasting. What I'm going to do just to test the oil, I'm just going to see if it's bubbling up. So what must happen is when you put in the dalchi mix, it must automatically bubble up. Then you know you are at the right temperature. You can always turn down or turn up your temperature, but you try and get that consistency of the temperature spot on. Here I'm going to be little bit of a ball, boop, in you go. And I use my finger, moenie skaam wees om julle hande en die vingers te gebruik nie, because that's why it's there. Little balls, in you go. How difficult is that? My oil temperature is 100% right. I'm just checking it all the time. And have you seen any of the dalchi sticking to my spoon? No. Spoon it off. In it goes into the oil again. And I'm making lekker garlic, onion and spinach dalchis ready to be served. So my dalchis is lekker consistent over here. And woo! Just quickly before I take it out, try and get a paper towel on a plate, because that's going to absorb the extra bit of oil. And all we're going to do is we're going to take it out. How quickly was that? Now you can be the judge. Do I have monster aliens from another planet, or did we just make the roundest dalchi, or oval in this end, because I decided to do an oval one, right? Do we have an oval dalchi?